The search is on for a new home for state prisoners. Good evening, I'm Melissa Schroeder.
I'm surrounded by about 30 students from the campus who have been telling me what they believe happened. Apparently, somebody's been pulling a fire alarm here since, you guys said Wednesday, right?
Another breaking news alert. We are now getting live video from 7th and Valentine. Again, as we told you before, Little Rock police involved in a standoff.
It is really beautiful out here, and people are loving it. I've seen a lot of people dressed up in their red, white, and blue.
Apparently, it can get into your mouth when you're sleeping. And that's why it's known as the kissing bug. I know, awful. As if bugs aren't scary enough, right? Randy Wright was at work Sunday night when he got the call that his now wife, Angie, was hiding in this closet. To give you an idea of just how much paperwork that is, these documents cover the entire length of a basketball court. She did it, though. And I'm going to be doing the Ice Bucket Challenge after the break. But, of course, remember, it's important to donate to ALS. I already did that. And you're seeing through his eyes. We wanted to give you an idea of what these officers see as they're driving through the streets.
The Arkansas Surgeon General says this is the first time we're seeing the positive effects of President Obama's Affordable Health Care Act.
Most students head back to school next week, and many parents, of course, will be taking them, which means a lot of traffic starting Monday morning.
Yeah, did you see that view, Kevin? They definitely want to rebuild. And they also told me they do have homeowners insurance. Unfortunately, we've talked to people who don't.
Honestly, Kevin, I think it depends on who you ask. The plaintiff's attorney said he's expecting same-sex couples to be lined up outside courthouses come Monday morning and to be able to apply for their marriage licenses.
Disappointed and cold. You know, and it's still cold out here.
And I noticed I couldn't move the left side of my face at all. And that's when my husband took me to the emergency room and they told me I had something called Bell's palsy. We're standing right now in the middle of what used to be the Wright family living room. Not much left after those storms except for a couple of couches here. And look up at the sky. The reason you can see the sky, the roof torn off. There also used to be a second floor here, and the winds blew that away as well. I want to take you over here to show you something pretty compelling. It was Sunday night. Randy Wright was at work when he got a call that his wife Angie was hunkered down inside this closet, waiting out that storm. He rushed home, got here as soon as he could, and found out, thankfully, Angie would be okay. And as you can imagine, the two have not been separated ever since. In fact, they decided to make their commitment permanent by holding a very special wedding that's unique in every way.
May you always hold each other and give strength to each other to hold on during the stresses and storms of life.
They couldn't have been any better.
Randy, do you take Angie to be your wife?
I feel sad for him, but at least Angie's alive.
I'm glad she's here and she survived.
Today, Angie and Randy are demonstrating their love.
Oh gosh. We wanted it to be meaningful, and this was meaningful. Should we take these off?
I wanted to shove some people if I didn't get it. I think I kind of elbowed the little girl.
I think they're perfect to be together, and after what's all that's happened to them, they deserve to be happy.
There's a lot of people that are worse off than us.
See that? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're lucky.
I couldn't take it. I started crying.
We're going to work. We're going to clean up trash.
Look at all this help we got.
It's out there. This wedding's different. It's fun.
I hope my grandma and my grandpa and my new grandma have a wonderful time.
You may kiss the groom.
Quite a wedding there, and I also want to thank photojournalist Mark Gustafson for helping to put that piece together. We really wanted to make it special for the couple, so we hope they enjoyed that. I also want you to take a look down here at this debris. You saw plenty of that in the video, and you also saw wedding guests picking it up, volunteering. The couple says that's the best wedding gift they could ever receive because they really need the help, so they're thankful for that. Eric Olson is really struggling to get by. It's only been 5 days since his wife's murder, and while he knew the funeral would be difficult, he's doing his best to hold it together for his 11-month-old little girl who was in the back seat of the car when her mother was shot. The pain runs deep for Eric Olson.
This is everyone knows this is incredibly tragic.
As he said goodbye to his wife Samantha Olson today, Eric also rededicated his life
to the one person who reminds him the most of her, his baby girl.
You know, when I look at her and I look at all her smiles, I just go, you know, it's going to be all right. You know, we've got something really fantastic and special. It's a blessing.
Yeah, and a little piece of her is still going to be there.
Yeah, she still looks a lot like her mom, so, you know, she'll always be there.
The couple's daughter was in the back seat of the car when someone shot Samantha last Wednesday. Eric can't bear to think about it.
The crime they committed is
it just doesn't make sense to him.
Beyond just a murder, because they robbed a child of her mother.
He doesn't know if it ever will.
And they robbed me of a wonderful wife. You know, they stole a lot of love out of our lives.
Eric finds some comfort in the hope that his daughter is too young to remember what happened.
Maybe the first night or two, I think she looked forward for just a little bit, but she's really clung to me, which I expected.
And while she'll grow up without a mother, he plans to give her enough love for the both of them.
I've really got to, you know, take the pieces of my life and put them together and move forward with my child. You know, I've got to raise her the way I wanted to and the way Samantha would want her raised.
Eric Olson also told us he wants his wife's killer to be caught. He says he can't believe that someone could shoot her in broad daylight and just drive away. Kevin. The search is on for a new home for state prisoners. Good evening, I'm Melissa Schroeder in for Suzanne tonight. After years of overcrowding, Arkansas Department of Correction is officially advertising for a 1,000-bed facility location. Fox 16's Hillary Hunt explains what the state is looking for and how it could impact communities. Already some interest there. Thank you, Hillary. So we posted the question on our Facebook page. The prison would create 250 jobs. Would you want it built in your city? We got our Facebook page pulled up here. I want to go over some of the comments with you. Like Kathy Henderson Martin says, if this keeps up, there will one day be more prisoners than taxpayers to support them. She says we need to take a new approach. Russellville police found a man wanted in connection with a shooting. Officers arrested Quillian Porter this weekend. He faces charges of battery and aggravated burglary. Detectives say he's the primary suspect in a Thursday morning shooting on Cleveland Avenue in Russellville. The victim is expected to recover. Porter will be in court tomorrow morning.
Now, Melissa?
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Pat. In a Fox 16 safety alert, an update to a story we first told you about last night. A report released by Texas Tech breaks down what went wrong with a storm shelter door that failed during the April 27th tornadoes, resulting in one Mayflower woman's death. The report is the first phase of a three-phase project. In phase 2, FEMA will use a state-of-the-art debris launcher and high-speed photography equipment to see how doors handle tornado wind pressures and debris impacts. In the third phase, they'll use different strategies and hardware to modify doors that don't meet federal standards. To see the first report on why the Mayflower door failed, go to our website, fox16.com. A church in College Station celebrated its 111th anniversary today. Amazing. Mount Nebo Church held a special service late this afternoon to celebrate the milestone, but its members also used today as a way to reach out to others in the community.
They have been working with people.
Up later in the show, see what the church has on its agenda to help fight crime in this neighborhood. The annual Hot Pepper Festival attracted a large crowd to downtown Jonesboro this weekend. Veronica Smith reports on the sights and sounds of the festivities. A great cause out there, and this is the biggest fundraiser of the year for HCSI. Gomez said the festival helps integrate the community. Breaking news into the Fox 16 newsroom. Little Rock police involved in some sort of a standoff at 7th and Valentine. A woman called police around 7 this evening saying she got into an argument with a man who fired one shot before running into an abandoned house. SWAT team members are negotiating with the suspect, trying to get him out of the house. And of course, we have a crew at the scene, and we'll bring you updates as they become available on air and online at fox16.com. In this week's Arkansas's Most Wanted, authorities need your help finding this man. He's 57-year-old Doniel Adams, and he's wanted for failing to register as a sex offender. Welcome back. Joined by meteorologist Pat Walker and for Natalie today, and some thunderstorm warnings out west of us, correct?
We have one severe thunderstorm warning. That's in Scott County.
Guess what Wednesday is?
Is the what?
My day off.
Your day off Tuesday and Wednesdays,
Two
right?
thumbs up. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday. But Wednesday said it's the best day of the week. I'm like happy about that.
Just for Melissa's sake, right?
Winning. Okay, well, it's time for this weekend's spectacular snapshots. Suzanne, of course, is off tonight, so I got the chance to dig through a couple of animal pics. So here we go, Pat. This is Dargo, the pit bull from Cabot. Look at him.
Oh.
His family says he's hanging out in the baby carrier. Welcome back. Here are Fox 16's hot shots of the week. At number 5, a bear took a stroll on its hind legs. This is amazing. Through a neighborhood in New Jersey. Look at that bear. It even appeared to chat with the person recording its journey on video. It actually kind of looks like a person. Apparently, injured bears sometimes walk upright to compensate for wounded paws. And someone at the local police department confirms there is an injured bear in town. Number 4, an incredible rescue took place in Western Australia. Listen to this. A man slipped and became trapped between a train and the platform. One passenger acted quick, stopping the train from leaving. Then dozens of others joined in to help the rescue. Look at all those people. A line of people formed along the train and began pushing on the cars. Surveillance video shows the passengers tilting the train just far enough for the man to free his leg. Number 3, police in Des Moines, Iowa released dash cam video of a pretty dramatic pursuit on Wednesday evening. Officers spotted Larry Gowan, a registered sex offender with outstanding warrants, near a child care center. Wow, when officers tried to stop him, they say he led them on an 8-minute chase, mostly through local neighborhoods. Gowan is now charged with attempted murder and felony eluding. And number 2, a truck barreled into a fish market last month. Now we have video of the incident as it happens. The camera on the bus in Jacksonville, Florida shakes, and then the semi comes into view slamming into the Beaver Street fish market. There it goes. A large portion of bricks immediately fall off the building. Crews demolished the rest of it the next night after the crash. 5 people, including a child, were hurt there. And number 1 on this week's countdown, a speeding car crashes into an auto repair shop in Lake Worth, Florida, killing 1 passenger and injuring a driver. And it's all caught on tape. You can see it here. Amazingly, the owner of the shop is not seriously hurt after being clipped by the car. You see him there. The shop owner says it's a wake-up call to cherish every day. I bet so. Those who do it call it flying signs. William Tollett with the Union Rescue Mission has another name for it.
The professional panhandler, it's hard to have respect for them because they're really manipulating the situation.
He says most of the time people with signs aren't really in need of help at all and could be making as much money as you do tax-free.
A lot of them drive vehicles, they park them away from the area where they're panhandling, and then they go back to them.
Aaron Redden with the van sees it happening too.
We know that there are folks out there that do it just because that's, I guess, an easy buck.
Hi, sir. I was going to ask you if you wanted, your sign says you're hungry. At 6:30 in University, this man's sign states he's homeless and hungry. But after asking him a few questions, where do you stay right now? Do you have a place you stay? We found out he's neither.
Yeah, I stay with my mama every now and then.
Asher and University is another popular place to fly signs. In fact, here, some of the panhandlers work in shifts. During the day, we see them taking turns holding signs. Panhandlers we talk to say they can make anywhere between $40 to $80 per shift. Each shift is only about an hour long.
A minimum of $80 a day.
Donald Underwood makes quite a bit of money panhandling, but says he is homeless, living in a tent in the woods.
They hand me a $20 bill. As soon as they walk away, you know what I do? I break down and I cry. I cry.
Why do you cry?
The generosity.
With both physical and mental illnesses, Underwood says he uses most of his money for prescriptions, but admitted to buying booze from time to time.
Someday you might make $20, someday you might make $50.
Eric Dollar says he's homeless too and flies signs to make money for extra things like cigarettes or a hotel room.
That's all we got.
The most he's made in one shift, $230. Again, that's in a little over an hour.
I ain't out there getting myself back in trouble going stealing, or I'm not out there bank robbing or anything else like that.
You need a coat?
No clothes or nothing.
All right, well, we can help you out with that.
Dennis Beavers with SOAR Network says in this city, there's really no need to beg for money. He says plenty of places offer shelter and food.
All right, brother.
Oh, he's got some Coke for you.
I met with a guy I worked with that came in through Miami. He said, man, I've never seen anything like this place. He said, I've been all over the country, and since I've been here, I've gained 15 pounds.
The three advocates we talked to say most of the homeless don't even fly signs.
That's what we see, so that's what our mind goes to.
So remember, if you give a handout, there's no guarantee the person you're helping is really even homeless. In Little Rock, Melissa Schroeder, KRK 4 News. That help is coming in the form of rain. With more than 9 inches of rain this year compared to the same time last year, there's no burn ban. This map here shows all Arkansas counties in the green. Last year this time, all but 5 counties were in the red, so people couldn't even set off fireworks. However, it's important to point out here, some counties did go from a low to moderate threat for wildfire danger, including Pulaski County. They're the ones in yellow. But it's nothing to be concerned about right now, so fireworks stands are expecting big lines leading up to the 4th of July holiday.
We have the mortars, we have the Roman candles.
Those would be fun.
If you're looking to buy fireworks,
we have everything that you want.
Tim Holder is your guy.
Big, bad, and loud. You know, it's going to be pretty exciting.
It's going to be big, bad, and loud.
And loud.
From now until the 4th of July, you'll find him under this big blue and white striped tent off Crystal Hills Road. He's the manager at Uncle Sam's.
And we want to make it as enjoyable and memorable as we can make it for him.
Oh, yeah, there are many Roman candles.
The scene under the tent looks a lot different now than this time last year. The 2012 drought.
It was awful.
Also dried up business here. But what a difference a year and an extra 9 inches of rain can make.
We just saw the stand and we're like, oh, let's stop.
We love the 4th of July. It's exciting.
To give you an idea of just how much that burn ban affected businesses like this last year, say this is sales from 2012. This would likely be sales for 2013. The manager here says he's expecting a 75% increase.
Hopefully it's not going to be awful. It's going to be great.
No matter how pretty, big, or colorful the fireworks.
Those would be fun.
Last year, people avoided them, and the large fine that went along with setting off fireworks during a burn ban.
It was just a rough year, so we were real excited this year to have as much rain as we had in the spring.
So while the 4th of July is a holiday to celebrate our freedom,
get out and, support Americans' independence.
Appreciate you.
Fireworks stand owners will be celebrating something else too. Off the charts sales.
Come the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, it's going to be swamped.
Thanks to the generosity of Mother Nature.
And keep in mind, this 4th of July burn ban or not, many cities don't allow people to set off fireworks inside city limits, so make sure you look into that first.